Members of the Board of Trustees, President Coleman, faculty, staff, families, guests, and my fellow graduates. Well, this is it, graduation. We've gone on quite the journey to earn the right to wear these robes today. A journey full of stress, due dates, and ultimately victories small and large. And now that journey is almost at its end. I'd love to say this day brings back fond memories of the last graduation ceremony I was involved in, but, well, back in high school, I sat through more than my share of graduation speeches. You see, I was in the orchestra for 4 years, and we attended the graduation ceremony every year to play pomp and circumstance until either all the seniors received their diplomas or our arms fell off, whichever came first. And since you couldn't exactly duck out halfway through the ceremony, you were left to half listen to the speakers while you mentally prepared yourself for the upcoming musical gauntlet. With that in mind, I'd like to get all the mandatory graduation speech cliches out of the way while I still have your attention. Let's see. Today is the first day of the rest of your lives. Follow your dreams. Spread your wings and fly. Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land amongst the stars. You can be the generation that changes the world. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. It's something unpredictable, but in the end that's right. I hope you have the time of your life. There, that should just about cover it. Now then, when I started writing this, I made the mistake of assuming that since I had listened to so many graduation speeches back in high school, writing one for college would be a piece of cake. Unfortunately, that wasn't really the case. College and high school graduation ceremonies are two very different events. A fact made clear by the online resources designed for the budding high school orator. Here's one tip. Talk about meaningful activities your class did together. Given that no two people at Bay have anything close to the same schedule, and that it's entirely possible for two students here to not even know of each other's existence, that seems a bit challenging. On the other hand, I suspect we're all in the same boat in the areas that really matter. We've all experienced the harsh winters and the gorgeous summers of the Upper Peninsula. We've all stayed up late to finish that one paper. And we've all spent at least a few years studying at a community college. Several of us are planning to go elsewhere this fall, to Marquette or Ann Arbor or the like. Others are not. But we're all here today, dressed up in caps and gowns, ready to put pen to paper and start writing the next chapter of our lives. Now, if you're going to another college this fall, you'll probably run into someone who believes that community colleges are mere shadows of their four-year counterparts. Educational black holes of mindless classes and easy A's. This is inherently ridiculous. Just ask anyone who took research writing. Bay might not be a university in the traditional sense, but that doesn't change the fact that it's a fantastic, rewarding place to spend your first few years of college. And our school's small scale can, in many cases, be an asset. Who among us hasn't asked a teacher for help after a class? Though we take this for granted, it's not a common occurrence in the cavernous lecture halls of larger colleges. A very similar attitude applies when talking about the Upper Peninsula. Due to our secluded, out-of-the-way location, the widespread view of the area tends toward that of an economic, cultural, and intellectual wasteland. To be fair, Escanaba is not a cosmopolitan metropolis by any stretch of the imagination, and we have certainly been affected by the recession. Despite this, there are bright spots almost everywhere you look, and some of the brightest are in this auditorium today. Remember how I used, "You can be the generation that will change the world" as an example of a cliche earlier? There's a reason it's used so often, because it works. And thanks to Bay's incredible teachers and staff, the people of this community, and yes, our parents, I fully believe we are prepared to take on any challenges that might cross our paths. But even in the face of all this, one fact still remains. There are people who believe deep down in their hearts that those of us graduating today will be unsuccessful simply because we are from the UP and we chose to attend a community college. What do you say we prove them wrong? Thank you.